All right, so we're back. Part two of religion and trauma. Um, Today we are going to, well, this is the same day, but today we're going to talk about how religion and trauma, just regular trauma, not like extensive, like consecutive trauma that causes like super unpleasant trauma disorders like BPD and DID and OSDD and fun, even scarier things, just religion and trauma. So, for most people who have traumatic experiences, they tend to do one of two things. They go towards their decided god or goddess, or they go away from their decided god and goddess. And this is partly due to other people and partly due to their own interpretation of their religious text that they follow. So, for instance, a person who, two people, they're almost exactly identical. They're both girls, and they both are Christian or Catholic. You decide. They can be whatever religion you want them to be. I'm going to use Christian because that's the one that we identify most with, which means just we know where this is going to go. Both of these girls are Christian. One of them is a super hecka devout Christian. The other one is just kind of okay. They're like in the middle. They're not like, they don't go to church all the time. They don't do a whole lot. Both of these girls, I just used them to push my glasses up. Both of these girls get assaulted. You can decide whatever assault they get assaulted with, but they get assaulted. One of them is going to go away from God, and another one is going to go towards God. Take a pick which one. Just pick. You pick this one. This is the uber Christian. This one, this is the not so much Christian. Now, this is like I said, it's partly due to the people around you, and it's also partly due to your own personal interpretation of things. Now, girl number one, she is an uber Christian. Well, she seems like an uber Christian. She has just been assaulted, and everybody around her is also an uber Christian, and probably the first thing that they say is, well, God decided for this to happen for a reason. You know? And it can be any sort of trauma, but because you are deciding what trauma it is. But this girl, she's just like, no. God has helped me all my life, and he did this. He decided for this to happen. This is a horrible thing. Like maybe it's like just a really, really unpleasant thing. And she decides, screw this guy. I don't want anything to do with him. He screwed me over. He's messed up my life. I am messed up forever now. And all of you guys are telling me that he did this on purpose, that he decided that this needed to happen to me, just to do what? To make me feel better? To make me more devout? No, I'm done with that. Bye. Bye. So, girl number one, uber Christian, who's surrounded by other uber Christians who all generally have this sort of idea like everything happens for a reason, even if it's a very unpleasant thing. Not everybody realizes that can be interpreted very differently for very different people. So for this girl, she's not a super Christian. She's just sort of okay. She does believe in Jesus. She celebrates Christmas like everybody else in America, and she may or may not have a cross in her house. Maybe. And she is surrounded. She's got some spiky hair because I got one really long fingernail. She is surrounded by the same people. And they're like, well, everything happens for a reason. And she's like, you're right. Everything does happen. God made this happen to me because he wanted me to have more faith in him. He wanted me to be more devout so that I can learn through God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost to protect and save myself from Satan, who possessed whatever it is that harmed me this time. And I am going to use the power of my religion to save myself and to heal myself. So she's cool. She's like totally, she's good. She's fine. She's awesome. She's doing great. Stop it. Go lay down. Dogs are, she's fine. She's doing awesome. She's like, yeah, gonna have a party. Yeah, gonna have a party. So she's cool. This girl though, she's not as cool. She's scratching my eye for me. She's unhappy. And she has lost her religion because she feels that her God has turned on her. Not only that, but she is also told by everyone around her that her God has turned on her. Now, like I said, part of it is due to other people, and part of it is due to you. So there was some inkling in her brain already that said, you know, I deserve this, or I didn't deserve this, or what am I going for here? But there was already a thing in her brain that said every good and bad thing happens for a reason, and God wants it. You may not know the reason, but she's like, okay, well, I don't know the reason, and this is a really bad thing, so why would God want this for me? All it's done is harm me. All it's done is hurt me in the long run. Why would somebody so powerful and omniscient hurt me on purpose with no explanation as to why? So she's like, that doesn't make any sense. And this girl's like, this makes perfect sense. I'm so glad that you guys have helped me get in touch with Jesus Christ and my religion. God has sent me this experience to help me grow as a person. So yeah, they totally butt heads. And that's where oh my God, dog, stop. Ayla, stop it. So for both of them, they get two completely different reactions. Yes, I love you too. But that doesn't okay, go lay down. So that doesn't mean that they're hey, that doesn't mean that they're both right or they're both wrong, or one or the other is wrong and one or the other is right. It's all sort of dependent on how you view your experience in relation to your faith. And for a lot of people who have experienced trauma, that's really hard. It's really hard to go from, you know, this happened for a reason, to this horrible thing that's happened is helping me. Because for a lot of people, it doesn't help you. You know, it's really hard to heal from those things, especially when people are telling you, hey, this happened because we wanted it to happen. And you just gotta work harder and be better for it to never happen again. And it's like, that's, for a lot of people, they see right through that and they're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. But for also another lot of people, they agree and they're like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to heal myself. And so the thing that happens with those people who are like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I don't believe that. They tend to go off into a different sort of belief system. Maybe they're like, well, the Christian God screwed me over. But you know what? I really, really, really like Zeus. You know? He's spiteful, he's a womanizer. We're totally similar. Like, I love gals. Gal number 1 apparently is gay now. She's like, yeah, I love girls. So I like Zeus. And lightning is pretty darn cool too. So she's like, yeah, Zeus never screwed me over. I'm going to go over and hang out here with Zeus. She's like, I am now polytheistic and believe in the Greek gods. Well, this girl is like, you know what? I love God. He did so good for me. I'm so happy over here. So one of them just moved to a different faith, or sometimes they don't move at all. They just lose their religion and they're not Christian anymore, and they're just like, whatever. Yeah, I'm not Christian. I'm whatever the heck I want to be. I'm not. Sometimes they're like, oh, you know, I don't even want to have a religion, or I don't believe in the Christian God, but I do think that there might be a God or just a higher power, you know. So I'm just going to do my own thing over here and just enjoy life. So, both people find healing in different forms, and that's the end all be all of this particular video, is that trauma and religion can send you ultimately in about two different directions, and that's about it. You know, I have yet to meet a person who has split perfectly down the middle, except for the people that I'm going to talk about in the next video. So, here we go. We're going to let go of this one. Bye. See you later.